Hello, thanks for stopping by and welcome back to another amazing recipe. Allow me to take you through step by step how I made this delicious moist chocolate cake. This is the best cake I ever had. It's so simple to make and it doesn't even need any fancy equipment. And it takes very little time. Anybody can make it at home so long as you have the ingredients. And the ingredients are locally available. Some are just there in your store. So without further ado, let's get to the video. Well, I'll start by prepping my baking tins. It's always so frustrating when you've made your cake batter, then you realize you didn't prep your cake pans. I like to prep mine first and I would recommend you do the same. Place your parchment paper and make sure it fits nicely. This is a runny batter and it can run under and ruin everything. So make sure it's nicely stuck there. Then dust your pan with some cocoa since you're making chocolate cake. And my oven is already on preheating at 180 degrees Celsius. Once done, put aside and let's make our batter. I will start by mixing all my dry ingredients together. That is all-purpose flour and cocoa powder. Then I'm going in with some baking powder and baking soda, and I have some cinnamon that is optional to enhance the flavor and some salt. Then I'm just going to sift them all together to incorporate the air. All the ingredients and their exact measurements are listed in the description box, so check it there. Sifting flour when baking cake is optional, but it helps your cake to have a good texture once baked. It also helps remove any clumps and you will have a smooth cake batter. I would recommend not to skip this step while baking. Guys, if you're stopping here for the first time, feel much welcome. And if you find this kind of content useful, kindly consider subscribing, like, and for more amazing recipes like this, click the notification bell so that you can come to watch my other uploads. Watch the video up to the end. Thank you. Once done with the sifting, go in with sugar, give it a good mix, then create a well at the center where we're going to pour our wet ingredients. I'm going to use 2 large room temperature eggs, crack them in the center in the well you created, and at this point I'm going in with all the wet ingredients, that is oil. Then I'm just going with the milk. This recipe calls for buttermilk. Since I don't have, I'm going to add some vinegar to activate the bicarbonate. I'm going in with some vanilla essence to enhance the flavor. Then just mix everything together. Using a whisk or spatula, start mixing in the center of the bowl, gradually working your way out. This way, the wet ingredients will combine thoroughly with the dry ingredients. What I like about this recipe is how quick and so simple it is, mixing everything together in one bowl. And it helps you not to overmix the batter. Once everything has come together, put aside and let's brew our coffee. Use an instant coffee and add some hot water in it. Use hot coffee to enhance and intensify the chocolate flavor in the cake. Stir it once the coffee has dissolved. Just take it to your batter and add it gradually. Don't add it all at once. Add it, then mix your batter. Take it round in a circular motion until we achieve that smooth and shiny batter. Coffee and chocolate is a match made in heaven, and this will enhance the chocolate flavor and also keep it moist and fluffy. Add the last drop of coffee and don't overwork your batter. This is how it should be. It's a runny batter and this is just perfect. Transfer it into your prepared baking tin and we're going to bake it into your preheated oven of 180 degree for 35 minutes. Scrape everything out of the bowl, no wasting things here. Then tap your butter down to remove the air bubbles, then to the preheated oven. Meanwhile, as our cake is baking, we're going to make the chocolate ganache. I'm going to use dark chocolate. I'm using potato peeler to shred it into pieces so that it can melt easily. Guys, if you haven't liked this video up to this point, what are you still waiting for? Click that thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed yet and you find this content interesting, Kindly consider subscribing, support my channel. Thank you. Once done with the shredding, in a saucepan, just add some sugar, cornstarch, milk, cocoa, and vanilla essence. And then go in with your shredded chocolate. This is a simple ganache which doesn't even need the heavy cream. Then stir it and take it to your stove. Eat it on a low heat as you stir, and once everything is nicely combined and thickened, add butter or margarine to give it a nice shiny look. At this point, it is ready. Don't let the chocolate ganache burn, just remove it and transfer it in a bowl. Then cover your ganache with the plastic wrap. Place the plastic wrap on top of the ganache so that it doesn't form a skin. Then set aside. Our cake is ready. Let the cake rest in a baking tin for about 10 minutes before transferring it to a cooling wire. The cake is perfectly baked and the aroma here is heavenly. Remove the parchment paper and let the cake cool completely before adding your chocolate ganache. Once it has nicely cooled down, just go ahead and apply your chocolate ganache. Just apply it all round and you can leave some to drip down, though mine is quite thick, but it's just okay. It's just for my own consumption. And I love the rusty look, so I will complete it with some shredded chocolate on top. My cake did not cool completely. As you can see, it's a little bit warm and it's melting down my shredded chocolate. So it doesn't give me that look I was expecting, though still yummy. And just like that, as simple as that, and so quick, our cake is ready to eat. Let's slice the cake and enjoy it. I can't wait to taste. I'm salivating. Look at how beautiful it is and looking so moist and chocolatey. It's so yummy, I tell you. And it is irresistible. If you don't watch out, you'll end up eating the whole cake alone. This is the best cake I've ever had, and it's the simplest of all. It's so simple without any fancy machine, and you can use it for tea or just your dessert. Guys, I hope you try this recipe. You've seen how it's so simple and easy to make at home. And if you try this recipe, don't forget to bring back your feedback. Just comment with it in comment section. I would like to know how yours turned out. It was nice having you around. I hope to see you in my next one. Happy baking!